which I know a little bit about. The other one is about globalization. So in a way, technology, I studied computer science when it was new. So it was like anything is possible. But even we, the pioneer, never thought it would be where we are today. Like ChatGPT passed the Turing test, if you know what I mean. But together with that, there's a lot of worry about the implications. Would it replace us? Would it do bad thing? Would it be a bad actor? So in a way, the technology trends which have been going up, either plateauing or even going back, reversing. So that's one trend. The other one, globalization, is similar. Right? I refer to the speeches, right? When you gave the speech at Davos. We were globalizing WTO, and now we're de-risking, decoupling, and it also seems to be in reversal. So Ronnie, can you comment on those reversals?
Well, first of all, I'm not a technologist. I'm probably the dumbest person on this panel. So I'm just an average guy on the street.
Don't be modest.
observing and using technology, that's all. And I'm sure that 7 out of the 8 of us here on the stage would say very nice things and good things. So allow one black sheep to give you a little bit of a warning, if you will. Technology is, in my opinion, irreversible. Once invented, it will continue to be extant. But on the other hand, technological effects on persons and on societies can be reversed. By that I mean, since the day of the Renaissance, 600, 700 years ago, technology went up. And then since the Industrial Revolution, technology went up again. And for the most part, it is for the good of mankind. There are terrible things as well. Weapons of mass destruction was created in this century, but it is under management. So far, technology has been very positive for society and for mankind. However, as I project out into the next 5, 10, 20, 30 years, I see technology taking off as a J-curve, like a hockey stick. And when it begins to climb steeper and steeper, I do worry the ability of individuals like you and me, as well as societies, to adjust to the changes. Just consider OpenAI, what it may do. Just consider the ethics issues in biotech. So I fear that as the J-curve begins to rise, that the effect of technology, which has been until recently much more good than bad, may turn and have a lot more bad than good. My question is, are we ready for it? On globalization, it's a similar thing. Obviously, geopolitical situation has driven a lot of the deglobalization, helped by technology. Technology helped in the globalization, and technology can also help in the deglobalization. For example, in the old days, you have extractive industry, agriculture, and so forth. And then people progress to become manufacturing-based, manufacturing-led, and finally digitalization, financialization of the economy. That is a progression that mankind has seen. Mm-hmm. My question is, in those 3 stages, what is the 4th stage? In a world of deglobalization, I submit to you, ladies and gentlemen, that we will need all 3 of those. We will need the food production, we will need the fishery, we will need the extractive industry, we will need the manufacturing, and we will also need the digitalization economy. So I think that I'm finishing.
I have an additional question for you.
Yeah. My worry is that in the world of globalization, you can, like America, only 2% of the population, less than 2% are in agriculture. Yeah. Manufacturing is basically gone in America. You can still live very, very well. But going forward, as the world deglobalizes, I submit to you that we need all 3. So big countries will have advantage, such as America, such as China, such as Russia. But a lot of the smaller places will have a problem finding food, finding mineral, finding energy, and so forth. So
my follow-up question on you is on what you said earlier about technology. Okay, in a way, technology is that OpenAI is a good example, right? Because remember, when it started, it was OpenAI. It was supposed to be non-profit, supposed to be for the good of humanities, and then now it becomes more for profit. Are we losing this balance? Where are we in this capitalistic world? We are talking about investment forum. While we're doing that, do we have some social responsibility and think about the impact on humanity? What do you think?
Well, the strange thing is this, that technology really exacerbate one phenomenon that in my books, you don't have to believe the way I do, has been changing very fast, and that is the moral standards has been changing around the world. We all move in the same direction. Doesn't matter you're European, you're Middle East, Asian, France, we all move in the same direction in terms of moral standards. Whether you consider it as higher or lower, that's up to you. But whatever it is, that is changing very fast. And I do worry that it has changed to a point that is anti-science, anti-biology, and I just don't see how it's going to end well. So my last statement is this. There's another divide in the world, not just technological divide, not just economic divide, but there's another divide in the world, and that is the moral divide. Today, consider this. India, the biggest country in the world. China, the second biggest. The Muslim world, 1.7 billion people, roughly. And then Russia. You put all these things together, these places together, that's about 5 billion people, which is about 60% of the world's population. Yeah. Their belief, their moral standard is very different from that of the West. Sorry, Mateo. In the West, you're pushing it in one direction, whereas the country, the 60% that I mentioned, is you consider it stuck somewhere, or you can consider it as being preserved somewhere. But whatever it is, the moral divide, I believe, will cause a lot of trouble for mankind.
Thank you.